those early lives. You feel me? I'm still gonna come on at 9 p.m. to talk my talk as always. But I just felt compelled to come on and, chop it up with you guys. I'm heading to the barber shop. I got a company dinner meeting. Don't know what it is to attend to tomorrow. So we gotta be dressed down and presentable while we, what I'm saying, go through this joint, whatever. But man, I definitely had to come in, tap in with you guys. It's been a minute as far as, me doing these drives. And, we driving around and we having these conversations. It's been a minute since I chop it up with you guys. And it's only right that I come on. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day. Shout out to, shout out to the weather for not doing what it's doing. Definitely want to give a shout out to you guys. And of course, you got to give a shout out to the ancestors. Shout out to Ogun, O'Shea, all those that, that looked over us, hover over us, and to those that's, we're dying to tap into. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys, man. But on a serious tip, man, today was a phenomenal day. Me and my man was having a conversation on our way back to the hub, and we was basically speaking about the conditions that we are in as far as what's going on in America. Now, a lot of you guys are looking forward to the collapse and to the fall of America and believing that these things are going to happen. Look, listen carefully, people. America can't fall because America is a corporation run and governed by the power sources. Now, the only thing that's going to fall out of America are the people. The foundation, the system will remain the same. Nothing is going to separate from that. Nothing. Now, the people, on the other hand, is being replaced. You're seeing that right now as we speak. Like I tell my colored people, you have become expendable. You're no longer needed. Okay? You have been replaced by the Hispanics, the so-called migrants. The migrants will be replaced by the so-called AI technology. The migrants are being sent here to create, the migrants are being sent here to finish the vision, the arc sculpture, whatever that word is, the sculpture, how they view the new America. That's why these migrants are here. They're here to build that city. Okay? Once that city is built, this is when the AI is going to come, because the AIs are the ones that's going to govern the society according to the likeness of the system, right? What I mean is, there's not going to be no sympathy. There's not going to be no empathy when it comes to decision making. It's going to be based solely on the rules and regulations. This is what you see was happening. That's what's going to happen. Why you see movies like I, Robot, what happened within that movie? These people don't have no feelings. So their judgment and justification is solely by the book. And that's what they want. So they're going to implement that. Okay? That's what's going to come to America. That's what's going to come to the people. All right? All it is, like I tell you guys all the time, you have to remove yourself from this Euro-Christian ideology called the Biblos. Everything that's written beside the Biblos are not prophecy. It's propaganda. Okay? It's a big difference. You have to know the difference between prophecy and propaganda. Propaganda is literally man-made. Prophecy is something that happened in the past that has come into tuition. Okay? The entire New Testament has been fulfilled. The entire Old Testament has been fulfilled. Everything that you guys are seeing now is just propaganda. Okay? Okay? They're giving you the book of Revelations intentionally. Okay? You got to understand that. There's nothing that's going on in this world right now. There's nothing that's going on in this world right now that's not premeditated. It's not God's doing. You have to get that out of your mind. It's not God's doing. Anything that's being done is them doing it. It's them doing it. They have that much control over the world, the masses. They have that much control. They determine what's popping, what's not, what's elevated, what's not, what's popular, what's not. They have that control. They control it all. They control it all. So you have to understand the difference between propaganda and prophecy. Prophecies are things that have been fulfilled. There's no prophetic thing coming out of the Biblos that's going to happen in our current times. Because the story that's in the Biblos, like I tell you guys before, was literally put together to have their dominion and rulership on this earth over spiritual people. Okay? That's just what it is. You can take it how you want. That's just what it is. All right? Cool. Now, back to the regular programming. Okay? We're being replaced. That's what you see going on in this world. It's setting up the stage for the replacement. Okay? Okay? That's what 2020 and 2021 was for. It was for that. Okay? Get you situated so when that time comes, whenever they're ready for another one to occur, the next one that's going to occur will be the real one. The reason why it hasn't presented itself yet is because they need to rock you back to sleep. A lot of us is still on edge. A lot of us is not forgetting. A lot of us is still fighting. A lot of us is still complaining. A lot of us still demand answers. A lot of us, a lot of lawsuits. A lot of people angry. A lot of people lost family members. A lot of people are pissed off. This is facts. So they gotta wait for it to shh down and then bring it back again. Then come with the you know what. And when the you know what comes, this is when it will be for real. But by that time, a lot of us is gonna already be you know what. You feel me? But that's the reason for that. The reason why the so-called borders is open, because they need more of these people in an influx, because there's a lot of sky rises, purchases, land, property that's being sold, that's being bought for foreclosure, and they need as much hands and feet to, you know, to handle this high dosage of building these new sky rises. I don't know about you guys and where you located, but when I was in places like Texas, they're putting up all these new townhouses. Who you think is building them joints? You know what I'm saying? Who you think is building them joints? It's not you. It ain't the brother man no more. All that complaining. Oh, we built America. We built the White House. They heard that. Heard you loud and clear. Don't worry. We won't ask you to build anything anymore, because all you guys is going to do is be self-entitled. So they're going to remove you. Who they're going to remove you with, replace you with? They're going to replace you with Miguel. They don't need Michael no more. They don't need Malik no more. Give me Miguel. Miguel is here now to come do it for a cheaper price. For a cheaper price, and make it look for a cheaper price and make it look better than what we would do if we was doing it. Because we're not the ways of old. We don't come from that background no more. We come from single parent households. We come from daddy issues, mommy issues. We come from complaints. We come from being given everything. We don't come from hard work. We don't come from dedication. We don't come from morality. We don't come from that no more. That has been removed from us. Black people don't even stand on those principles no more. It's over for that. So the Mexicans, they come, the migrants, they come, the Argentinians, the those that's coming from Colombia, those that's coming from Argentina, all these people is coming. They're coming with skills, they're coming with traits, they're coming with talent. The only thing that they're not coming with the mindset. They're not coming with the with the mentality because they haven't been Caesarized. Okay, they haven't been Caesarized yet, but they will. And when they do, and they're finished doing what they're doing, they will be replaced too. Because some of these people are not even allowed unless they're medically situated. So you go do the math about that. You go do the math about how many of those people have made their way in what they want and removing everything else. This nigga right here, man. Damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. So once you understand that, you're gonna understand, why myself is going so hard as far as having us getting a clear understanding of what exactly is going on. Because it seems like we do not know exactly what's going on. We are running around thinking that everything is cool, calm, and collective. And like I told my man when we was talking, I said, we are trying so hard to be accepted by these individuals when we need to realize that the system that's in place was designed for you to never sit at that table. You have to come to the understanding. You can come into their house based on the ideology of the Euro-Christian mentality. They're going to allow you into their space because they know that you subconsciously being colonized. They can interact with you. We can have a conversation about basketball. We can have a conversation about Jesus, our Lord and Savior. We can have those conversations. And because we can have those conversations, you are now able to have entry into my space. But in reality, the system is not designed for you to ever sit at the table. Yeah, you can come into my space, but you're not gonna break the toast. You're not gonna be the one that's gonna give grace. You're not gonna grace the table. You're not gonna do these things. No matter how much you try, you're not. And us as Black people need to come into that realization. We need to come into the realization that we are not going to be accepted. We're not going to be loved. We're not going to be honored. We're not going to be given the same the same perks and the same benefits as everybody else. There will forever be a financial gap. There will forever be racism. There will ever be hatred. There will never be no lights. Listen, like I told my man, I said you can sleep. You can have 50 mixed breeds, and all of them is complete compliance to society. The system will still not change to give anybody of color an opportunity to make it to that next level. There's just nothing you can do about that because the system is the system. People need to realize you was never sent here to be nothing more than a slave. Okay? Anybody that carries the last name of somebody that's not of your ancestral bloodline means that's the identification of you being a slave. That's what birth certificates is for. That's what Social Security is for. Your birth certificate is to let them know who's your Sir Master. You see, they call it the surname. Who's your Sir Master? That's your birth certificate. Your Social Security is your ID for the corporation of here in America. Your ID is the downgrade for the police department to be able to identify you if something was to happen. Because the Social Security and all of that, the database is just so humongous, whether past, present, and future, so much people are in that database. It's not just gonna like that. You understand? So this is the levels, all right? And we as people need to realize you are a slave. Chinese people, they trace theirs back to Sung, back to Hung, back to Yang. You don't trace your last name back to Kikanwa and Kinawu and Kikambi. It don't get traced back there. It get traced back to Johnson, Smith, Willis, Lewis. Okay? It goes back there. That's the identification to let you know that you are still a slave. So where do you see yourself ever fitting in to something that was never designed for you to fit in? Where? It doesn't make sense. It would never happen. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you bring to the table, it will never happen. And the reason why you guys think that these things is going to happen is because they gave you a religious story and made you believe that somebody's coming to redeem you from their atrocities. The people that put you in the atrocity has now given you a pamphlet of how this atrocity is going to come to an end. How this atrocity is going to come to an end. All in the name of however name you want to call it. Whether you want to give it a black name, whether you want to give it a Spanish name, whether you want to give it a Kebulan name, an African name, it's still the same story. It never changes. It will never change. And we have to come to that realization. And it's because of that is why we believe that change is going to come and then one day we're going to be able to sit at the table, or one day there's going to be this massive exodus and everything. People don't even think. Everybody's like, yeah, man, America needs to collapse. How can you say America needs to collapse, or America when America collapsed, that's when things is going to be better for us? How is that so when you're going to be in the same place that just collapsed and you already got the short end of the stick? Black people, you don't get the primary choice when it comes to food selection. You get the short end of the stick. So when this so-called collapse happened in America, who's going to be the most affected? Black people. Who's going to be the most divided, the most confused? Who's going to be the one that has more hatred and was going to stir up more violence? Black people. So how are you going to say this is something that you're looking forward to when you don't even have the proper tools in place to protect you from this atrocity if it do happen and when it do happen, right? What is your power source? What's your protection? We don't have that. So we can't have those type of conversations, right? The Europeans can, the patriots, the ones that's, stand 10 toes down and fight for the cause. You understand? Those people, on the other hand, the nigga there, good. Those people, on the other hand, are the ones that get to say, yeah, we not doing this no more. We not accepting that no more. We're coming here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury. So we can't say, yo, I'm not doing this. Yo, America needs to fall. I can't wait. That's why I laugh my ass off when I see these niggas on the corner talking this madness. And it's like, oh, my nigga, do you hear yourself, bro? What position are you in to say some foolishness? Now, I'm not checking niggas' pockets. I'm not checking people's, people's care package. I'm not checking that, but I'm just talking from an overall aspect of us as colored people, bro. Come on, man. You already know that that's just not gonna happen, bro. You're gonna have family members that's gonna be affected, and what you're gonna tell me, because you warned them and because of religion and they didn't listen, you're just gonna abandon them? That's not even righteousness in itself. You gotta be there for the fatherless, the widows, those that don't know. You gotta be there. Okay. Noah was going to be there. It was God that told him, he closed the door. Like, nope, we closing this door shut right now. You understand? So you got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's just this mentality that we have, and not understanding that we talk a good one. It's easy for us to speak it when there's nothing going on, bro. There's nothing going on. It's easy to say, nah, man, I'm good. I'm going to put my trust in God and Jesus got me, or Yeshua or Yeshua or Messiah. It's easy to say these things when everything is good. Is when you're going through your trials and tribulations. This is when you're going to realize that this God, right, that they gave us from the Biblos, it was never there. Your dependency is gonna be on your brothers and sisters. Your dependency is gonna be on each other. Your connection to to survival is going to be with the people, bro. This is what we need to understand. When a time when the Haitian revolutions and all of this, when the rebellions came, okay, for the exception of Nat Turner, the mass majority of rebellions and conquer came from individuals that didn't have this Euro-Christian ideology in their forefront. They had it as, nah, this is the works of the enemy. We don't want none of that. And they associated themselves with, with their righteousness, and they allowed the universe, they connected back to their ancestor. Okay. They was calling on their ancestors. They wasn't calling on no Yahweh and all of this foolishness. These are the lies that these people are telling you. Our people was not calling on that. We don't know what the heck that is. We don't know what that is. We don't know it. We don't know it in African. We don't know none of these things. And if we don't know it, then why are we still accepting it? Why are we still saying this is something that I need to learn, or something that I need to practice, or something that I need to get I need to be a part of? You know what I'm saying? These things is not us. And these are the things that I be, you know what I'm saying? And like I was talking to my mans, and I'm saying these are the things that my focus is on. My focus is on establishing that, bro. Fixing these discrepancies and throwing away these lies and these deceptions that's literally out here destroying us. You feel me? We're being destroyed because of this ideology. Because this ideology is not standing on nothing but pure destruction and madness and hypocrisy and division, spiritual prison. That's what comes along with this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep saying it until I can't say it no more. I'm gonna keep saying it until I can't say it no more. Word up. Word up. Everything that's pertaining to us, our conditions, our thought process, how we measure things, how we measure life, comes under the guidelines and the foundation of religion, bro. Facts. And when we let that joint go and we remove that from us, that's when you're gonna start seeing the change within us. That's when you're gonna start seeing the true elevation amongst us. You see, my son is there, bro. If he's not there, I'm gonna be tired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is there. Good, bro. Everything good? Yeah. So I'm in the barber shop. I'm gonna link you guys when I come out this joint. I'll link you when I come out this joint, and then chop it up some more. But I'm in here. I'ma holler.